everyone. Welcome to your day 12 of the 14-day job search campaign. How was your day 11 experience practicing and improving your interview skills? I really hope you take advantage of this time to practice at least 3 questions per day. During this pandemic situation, I have received a lot of inquiries and comments from different job seekers. One question that really caught my attention was, what will be the most desired employment skills post-pandemic? Great question. In other words, how can I improve my chance of being hired when we are back to normal? Today, let's talk about that. Quick recap. Every day, I post one short video covering one aspect of job searching. Then you can download the checklist, do your homework, and join us in the LinkedIn group for discussion and feedback. Speaking with different employers, business leaders, as well as reading up on research, I have concluded there are certain most needed hard and soft skills post-pandemic. You will be surprised when workers are now working from home, how many of them are suffering because they're not technology savvy. When working remotely, we mostly rely on teleconferencing, email, phone calls over the internet. Without the face-to-face interactions, some workers are really not comfortable because they're being pushed out of their comfort zone by learning new technology. I actually think it's a good thing that workers are learning something new, that something new is going to keep them employed going forward. I also spoke with many teachers, and traditionally teaching was done in a classroom setting. Now the teachers need to transfer all the assignments and learning materials online. So they have to think creatively, how can we keep the students engaged and still learn something new every day? Also speaking with many people, I understand this is a tough time. Their lives are heavily impacted due to COVID-19. Many workers are worried about their job and income security. They also need to take care of themselves, the household, the family members, as well as the kids now are educated at home. And on top of that, they still need to get work done. However, this is all part of change. Change management is going to be one of the most desired skills. So you hear this term all the time, change management. What does it really mean? From the employer's perspective, they're hoping to have employees who understand the causes of change to their organization, anticipate the changes that will impact their work unit themselves, make adjustments to their workflow, and still achieve the business objectives. Post-pandemic, even though when we are going back to operations, things will not be the same. Both employers and employees will have to learn a new norm together. So it will be a challenge for everyone. I would not be surprised if you go for an interview, employers ask you something like, give us an example how you successfully handled a big change in your employment history. Or how would you handle changes? What are your thought processes? And also during this time that we're working remotely, communication skills means both the verbal as well as the written skills are needed more than ever. Without the face-to-face interactions, without seeing the body language, can you still get your message across succinctly and precisely to your coworkers, to your boss, to your customers? I see employers will ask people to be self-sufficient because employers will be firefighting to get everything back to operations, which means they need employees to be self-sufficient to get things done with a right roll-up-the-sleeves attitude. And solving problems within limits, with budgets, resources, time limits, which means employees need to be effective as well as efficient. They need to know what they're doing, which means they have great technical knowledge, but at the same time can transfer that knowledge into practical results. I would also not be surprised to see that employers are going to rely on you to make recommendations, solve problems, provide solutions. And when you present your case to the employer, to your boss, make sure that's based on careful gathering of information, data, carefully evaluated, which means that when employers sees your recommendations, they know they're making decisions based on facts. And by now, we probably learned that there is no job for life anymore, which makes it especially important that we continuously to upgrade our knowledge and skills to keep up with the trends. There are tons of resources out there for us to keep our knowledge up to date, whether through informal learning such as practicing, self-researching, talking, socializing with others, learn from other stories and mistakes, or through formal learning. And for those of you who are thinking about getting into a position, industry, or even getting promotion, I would recommend to check on job postings that are higher than your current level position. Benchmark yourself with those needed skill sets and knowledge. Identify the gap that you're lacking, so take advantage of this time to make a plan to bridge the gap and also take actions. Now you can go download the checklist, which has a lot more detailed information on how to benchmark yourself with reading job postings. And also, I encourage you to explore how you can better yourself during this time. Want to learn more about professional development or career planning? Watch our pre-recorded online training modules for job seekers. Also, talk to us about your job search needs if you need extra help with resume, interview, etc. Talk to you tomorrow.